Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar, UI Evolution in the Age of Meta's New Algorithm Trends and Study Cases. I'm Rita from AppGoing and I will be your host today. Together with me, we have Angela from AppGoing, Casper from Play.io, and Richard from AppBroad. And this webinar will decode how this is AI algorithms are impacting UA and creative strategy by breaking down case study of ad creatives. We will help attendants precisely understand what type of content is most effectively recognized and distributed by the algorithm. And before we begin, let me quickly walk you through today's agenda, which is roughly divided into 5 parts. If you have any questions during the session, please feel free to drop them in the chat box. We will address them at the end. And now let's kick things off with our first keynote session. Please join me in welcoming Angela, our head of global business, who will be sharing on creative leads to growth, securing the Meta's new algorithm and winning as strategy. Angela, it's over to you.
Hello, hi guys. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. I'm really happy to be here and also joined by Rashi from AppBroda and also Casper from Play.io. Yeah, so we are really happy, to have this webinar sharing the recent upgrading of the Meta's upgrading of the algorithm and regarding of the strategy, especially the AI driven strategy and how to leverage AI and also how to leverage contents to produce good quality and top converting creatives, for UA growth. So I'm going to start with my sharing. Yeah, and hope it can be informative, to all of the audiences. And if you have any questions and you would like to have some interactions, you can jump in anytime. Okay, my topic will be focusing on creative leads to growth. This is actually like the code that all the Chinese developers and publishers are applying right now, in that whole UA process and also business. Yeah, so we are trying to leverage the datas and creatives and also the practices and the successful cases, in China domestic market and also like in other global markets, trying to decode Meta's new algorithm and also share with everybody the ad strategy that the successful publishers are using right now. Yeah, and this is Angela. I'm right now responsible for the global market for app growing. Yeah, so if anyone you are also interested like in exploring like future relationship or partnership together, yeah, feel free to reach out as well. Yeah.
Angela, you're on mute.
Right now it's okay? Yeah, I thought from the beginning it's okay. So sorry. So I'm going back to this page. Yeah, so today my sharing is going to cover like 4 parts. So we are going to share with everybody the current UA trends, with the content-driven strategy. And then we are going to share with everybody some of the AI features that can be leveraged to apply it in your daily creative workflow. And also, we are going to decode a game case, from Korea. It's very successful. So we are going to share some of the data and insights of that game. And at the last but not the least, we are also going to try to summarize up, the strategy AI approach that we can be testing in the future as well. So now I'm going to start with the first part, the content-driven AI chance. Yeah, so I think everybody has heard a lot, about the Andromeda shifts. Yeah, so Andromeda is actually the algorithm that Meta has upgraded to last year. So this algorithm literally is like giving the directions to all the UA teams that contents are very important. In China market right now, we're actually trying to summarize up in like two, simple sentence. Creatives are the contents are the users. So these two sentences are right now applied in almost all the creative team and UA team across China, and I think also big companies in Asia right now, because everybody is applying that rule, in their creative production and trying to figure out the top converting pattern based on the algorithm. Yeah. So the whole advertising platform has right now evolved from tag matching to content understanding right now. So that's why we keep saying contents are the users. Yeah. And creative ingenuity has emerged as the pivotal variable driving traffic allocation and also campaign performance. That's to say, like before we are like creating a bunch of campaigns and trying to vary different kinds of like ad settings and trying to target the users by changing the settings, like targeting settings. But right now, if you would like to have an effective way to connect with your users and also like deliver the selling points of your product directly to the users and trying to engage the users into your products, contents are the most effective way. So after this Meta and Andromeda upgraded and also being viral in the market right now, all the creative thematic field actually like something that you should focus on. Like right now, the most frequently asked questions would be, what's the content message? What's the emotions? What's the hook? And maybe what are the selling points in the creative? So this will be, the questions that we keep asking and trying to leverage, to have different content approach, to target the users. Yeah. So creatives as the user identification code. If we are trying to apply creatives list to growth, if we are trying to apply this code in our UA growth, I think there are several stuff that we should focus on and pay really like full attention to. So there is the emotional hook. So I think everybody knows that hook is very important because it's just like something you place in the video and trying to get the user's attention and leading the user, from this stage to the next stage and then following your step, right? But there is another one, it's called emotional hook. So emotional hook, it can arouse, the feelings and the emotions of the users and the contents directly. So this can be really effective. Yeah, if we are trying to trigger effective user engagement, emotional hook is something that we can apply in the video strategy. And there is also a 3-second rule. So the first 3 seconds, yeah, it's actually like the basic and also a very key index, in every video completion rates. Like if you are trying to get more traffic, but if you fail to let the user finish the first 3 seconds in your video, it's actually like a catastrophe. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah. So if we are trying to get more traffic, you can divide the whole video into the top 3 seconds and then maybe the next 5 seconds, the next 10 seconds. So we are trying to optimize on second level. Yeah. And then there's the authenticity. So this authenticity, I think you can also like call it in like engaging scenario, like trying to ensure, like for example, the coherence, like in visuals, audio, and mechanics, like BGM, everything, to align with the user's expectation. So there can be like several stuff, that you can fully use. For example, like BGM. Maybe there's some BGM that are very popular right now, and some of the users are quite addicted to it. And if you can, leverage that BGM in your video and according to that BGM, you can also like optimize individual effects and also some of the mechanics of the video, like mixing, re-editing skills together. I think it will be giving the user a very immersive experience, and it will be really helpful to engage this user's behavior and try to attract him to download the app. Yeah. And also the key factors, for effective creatives. So this is kind of a roadmap, like you can call it a mechanic, brochure, for generating good creatives or like top converting creatives. So this is not only based on the algorithm, but also based on a lot of cases that we have studied through. Yeah. And most of those cases are also run by the successful like developers and publishers and UA team. Yeah. So here, I think some of the audience, you would like to take a screenshot or something. Yeah, you can do it. So here you can see that the first 3 second rule. So there will be covering like hardcore gamers, like casual users, story-driven players, or like paying players. So this is like actually like based on the users that you would like to target. Yeah. And that depends on what kind of 3 second rules that you need to apply. Yeah. And there is also user response. Yeah. Like for example, continue to watch the video, continue to finish the video, like from 50% to 70% or to 90%, and to enter into the App Store to see the products, to see the app, and trying to engage on the clicking on the ads, or like download the apps. Yeah. And there is also, just not as we said, that the authenticity, trying to give the user a very immersive like ad watching experience. Yeah. So here you need to give more thinking, give more thoughts on what the user segment is. Yeah. And also who is the one you are targeting, and the voiceover, the BGM, and also the gameplay content. Yeah. So based on this mechanics, like a brochure or map that you can use, to produce your videos and also like work on your strategy, it's actually like giving us a structure. Like when we are working on the creatives, starting from analyzing the top converting ones till generating our own creatives, you can basically like divide the whole video structure into like different parts. You can use this one as your logic, or you can like optimize on this one and to generate your own one. But don't forget, contents are the users. So if you know exactly what kind of users you want to target, then you should work on that contents, like what kind of contents you should use, to filter out your user and to engage with your users. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And right now, after giving a basic structure of the video analysis and also according to the algorithm and how we see a video in different parts and how every part is engaging user attention. So now we are going to jump into the second part, like how to work on our own AI power creative strategy. So everybody is talking about AI right now, and also AppGrowing is working on a lot of AI features right now. But when it comes to execution, like what is a strategic AI? Like how to use AI strategically, like in your creative strategy. Yeah. So in our like in our own experience, yeah, like strategy level AI, yeah, should be focusing on integrating the datas and also the campaigns, at a strategy level. So that means everything that you put into your strategy should be data supported, and then it should be algorithm like based. Yeah, and according to this rule, yeah, we can like go to the next step, like beyond individual ad creatives, yeah, how we can analyze like campaign strategy, so as to ensure consistent performance and scalability. Yeah. So this is like restructuring the creative system with AI analysis. So actually in our own experience, we have like summarized it in 3 steps. So step 1 is like decoding the creatives. That's why we also have the AI creative dissection in our platform. So we call it as like understand the know what. Like we find a creative, and this one is really good. Yeah, but before you understand what is really performing in that video, we actually need to break it down, into like smaller segments and trying to understand like what is happening in this video. So we select one high exposure and high converting creatives, and then we use AI. Before like in China, there is a big gaming company. They're actually hiring a big team of interns doing all the breaking down of top converting creatives, like manually. So it takes a lot of time and it's like repeated work. But right now we can use AI. So we can use AI to do the dissection and breaking down everything into, for example, like scene level, different scenarios, and also emotional triggers, and also like user behaviors, and also gameplays, and hook, and structure, everything. So you can use AI to break it down like effectively, and also how to say, like also cost effectively, because you don't need a lot of people to do the manual and the repeated work. You can just use AI to generate a very detailed analysis for you, and then presenting everything covered, included in that video. And then we, based on all those materials and elements and analysis, we can jump to the next step, like how to use AI to analyze the strategy and also the logic behind that video, and then help us to create our own prompt. Yeah. So for example, like you can, based on your own game, and ask the AI, to help you, to do to input the prompt, and then ask it to help you to generate your script, right? And then after you have the script, we can use AI to do the creative production. Yeah. So this is not only like producing the video that you want, but also like giving you a whole strategy or like approach for generating the creatives. Yeah. And then you got the creative strategy, and you also got the videos itself. And this video you can apply it in your ad campaigns. You can run, you can test in the ad campaigns and trying to figure out whether it's the good one and whether you should increase the budgets. Yeah. So this is kind of the approach that we are adopting right now. Yeah. And later I'm going to share an example, a case with you, like to explain, and also like to go into the details to see how those approaches are using in this game. Yeah. So before jumping into that, we would like to give you like some basic data, of the global gaming marketing trends. So here you can see from the charts, that 50%, the whole mobile gaming is dominating the market. But I think, that's pretty natural, and also the big trend right now. And casual and puzzle games, are actually occupying a very high percentage, of the active campaigns. And also you can see that AI transforms user acquisitions and creative optimizations, and predicted analytics boost targeting and ROI. So this is like under the big trend we see. AI is actually like driving a lot of optimization and boosting right now. And also there are some like emerging markets like Southeast Asia, Latin America, and Middle East. So these markets are also growing fast right now. Maybe everybody is focusing on like Asia and US and Europe. But actually there is also like some other emerging markets like Latin America and Middle East. Like Middle East is growing very fast. And we know a lot of like Chinese publishers and developers are also growing fast in Middle East, taking as a new growing with big potential markets. And the top RPG mobile game here, this is the ranking, just for reference. So we can see that RPGs and strategy games remain key hardcore genres, in overseas mobile markets. And also you can see RPG rank second in ad share, following them casual games and puzzle games and simulation games. Here you can see Lion Raw, and then Aura Effects, Lion Raw, and Nexon, Aura, So most of the big ones, the top ones, are only coming from like 3 companies, and Netmarble here, SP Game, and also Tap Nation, from Turkey, So according to the trends in the RPG, we also look into the creatives they are using, and especially for Southeast Asia markets. We are trying to find out some of the trends of the RPG creatives like in the Southeast Asia market. So you can see here, there are like 3 trends in the creatives they are using right now. So at the left, you can see from displaying characters to embodying an identity. So they are actually changing their logic, from simply demonstrating the characters. Right now, they are trying to link with the users, trying to use the visual effect and also their narrative skills to link with the users so as to provide a real world experiences. And Chain 2 is more about like less gameplay rules and more emotional cues. So this is also a skill that is very commonly used in a lot of like creatives. Trying to arouse the emotional triggers, in the users. Like using all kinds of like conflicts and also dramas and plot twist. To give a user a very immersive feeling about the game. And there's also another trend. Another trend, about the authentic gameplay outperforms. So this is like before, like this is like giving a real person experience. But before a lot of people, they are using like big influence or celebrities, like famous people, for demonstrating the games or the scenarios, are giving like some of the selling points of the products. But right now, if you would like to build up the bridge, between the product and the audiences, if you want it to be effective and also short term, like no gap, no long distance, between both. Actually, this like AI generated first person narratives is really cool. Like creating somebody like ordinary people, without any like distance, from the audiences, and then giving a daily life daily life scenario. Yeah. So this can be like really effective if you are trying to be close, to your users. Yeah. So high converting contents emphasize emotional expression and distinct identity signals for better, scaling potential. So this is what we said, like emotional triggers, emotional cues to be used in creative strategy can be really useful. And we're going to share a case. So this case is actually from Nexon, a Korea like gaming companies. Yeah, so they have like achieving like long-term success, with their whole the gaming markets. Yeah, and their main focus will be on like MMORPG, RPG, and also stylized like game categories. So you can see from here, the last half year of their data, then you can see they actually spend a lot of budgets. Yeah, in July and also like in December. So there are two titles they are doing very good. So one is the Maple Story, and also the Mabinogi. Yeah. So these two are also like running very good. Yeah. And we are going to analyze some of the creative strategy they are using right now. So you can see from here, these are three titles of Nexon. So one is the Maple Story. So you can see here they all like focusing mostly in Korea markets. Yeah, but almost the same, like 70%. This like 70% of their creatives are videos, and for this one, 40% of their creatives are video type, and also this one is like 40%. But in some cases, video can be like occupying a larger percentage, like over 60% is very normal. Yeah. And if we are trying to analyze Maple Story in like according to the timeline of their growth, you can see here like the whole growing path, of Maple Story. From last April, they are just like starting, the whole promotion and also the UA, but you can see a very big growth, in the almost end of the year, of the last year, like from October then till like November and December is like rocketing. So their ad spend, is like running big and growing very fast. And this game is actually like very success. And we summarize some of the reasons. We're trying to summarize some of the reasons that why it is successful. Like it's a very proven IP success, and also it uses a very smart marketing strategy, and also they are using a benchmark, for the rising popularity of idle RPGs and also pixel art games. So this is also why they are also like doing like super good. And then the creative strategy they're using, in all their top converting and high impression ads, because we have analyzed a bunch of their top ads and trying to see like how they are like achieving such a good success, based on what kind of like strategy they are using. So here we can see that these are the screenshot of their creatives. And based on that, we summarize the whole strategy in three perspectives. So one is the algorithm targeting. So this is like according to the algorithm, we are trying to figure out like what kind of users, and audiences are actually the best, for this type of game. So you can see here they are actually like trying to target like casual players and anime fans and stress relief seekers and also passive players. And based on different audiences, they are actually taking different strategies on creatives. And then it's the emotion vectors. So about the emotional triggers, they are actually like planting like several triggers, in all those creatives. including the thrill of power. That everybody wants to be very powerful and massively power. Yeah, the thrill of power, like when you are becoming very strong, in the game, you feel like really excited. And also the easy progression. So that's like very easy to help the users, to see the positive feedback. Yeah, when they have done some task, they will get a lot of like feedbacks. Yeah, and also the stress-free RPG, no grind, no burnout, like pure fun and also like empowerment, and also the nostalgia. So this is like reviving the iconic like Maple Story experience for fans, especially for their loyal users. Yeah. And the last perspective is the semantic consistency. So overall, you can see that like these ads consistently focus on idle RPG's core appeal, like effortless, automated, and high reward, and gameplay with Maple Story like nostalgia. So you can see that like these emotions and storylines are like being applied in all their creatives. Yeah, so no matter from the description to the videos or to the BGM or to the storylines, everything is like being consistent, aligning with each other. Yeah, so it's like providing a very accordingly and also immersive experience. And if you are interested like in digging out and looking into the details of the ads or creatives, you can reach out to us, to see the original videos. Yeah. And at the last, I would like to share a little bit about AppGrowing. Yeah. So everybody knows AppGrowing as a very big ad creative or ad library. But I actually would like to share with you that we are actually growing into an AI solution for creatives, analytics, and strategy. Yeah. So basically, from last year, we have been launching like over dozens of like AI features in our platform, including the AI dissection I mentioned, and then also the AI analysis and also the AI generation production of the top converting creatives, automatically. So these AI features, we truly believe, will be more helpful, if you are trying to leverage AI to improve your quality of creatives and also efficiency of creatives production. Yeah. So this is something that we are working on right now. Like AppGrowing working as as I said, the one-stop solution. Yeah. Also, we are trying to like use AppGrowing as your AI analytics tool, and then we are going to provide everybody with Creative Hub. So this is like helping you to do the creative production and also the creative asset management. So this one-stop solution is going to provide a very closed loop experience and also management of the whole creative and UA team. Yeah. So if you are interested in anything of that, you can reach out to me, or you can also like send the questions or like confusions that you have in the chat box. Okay. Thank you everybody, and will be super exciting to hear Play IO and also I brought us sharing. Thank you everybody.
Thank you so much, Angela. And next, we will move on to our second keynote session. Please welcome Casper, Business Development Manager in Play.io. He will share with us beyond generic optimization, how Play.io storms those new UA changes. Casper, let's hear from you.
Hi, thank you, Rita, and thank you, Angela, for the sharing. I think we learned a lot from Angela, especially I'm very, totally agree with the AI part, that because everyone is using AI to save costs, to improve their, efficiency and effectiveness for advertising and whatever. So it's a bit related to what I'll be sharing, later. So okay, let me share my screen. All right, I think everyone can see my screen now, I guess. Yep. All right. So introduce myself a bit. I'm Casper from Playo. So we are actually a Korean-based company, and we are actually the leading gaming reward platform. So meaning when our users play the games on Playo application, we give them rewards and push them to complete, some playtime and also their some in-app in-game events to reach our advertisers' KPIs like retention and also ROAS. And currently Playo is an application, and this application can be downloaded in Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Macau, Hong Kong, and also in the US. All right, so a short brief introduction, and then for today's content, I will be covering on the new UA challenges and also how we can actually go beyond the general and the old optimization strategy, and also we'll be introducing how Playo's Storm can actually help. So I'll be explaining like what is Storm later on. So this is just a list of content that I'll be covering. So as mentioned, UA market, landscape, and Playo's living data ecosystem, and also Playo's Storm. What's the mechanism? How is it like? And also what's the performance of Storm? All right. So firstly, like in 2026, I think UA costs, I think everyone agree that UA costs actually, continue to rise higher and higher globally. And then CPI remains like also very high, while the ROS performance actually is quite unstable. We can't actually guarantee a perfect performance and whatsoever. So that means, we can't do the same thing with the same budget. So UA is actually no longer, simply just spending more and I get the result without any precision. The effectiveness actually weaken a lot. So like, have you ever wondered like why is this happening? So we can actually look at the key UA trends in 2026. So as you can see from the slide, the first one will be like a structural weakening of the identity-based targeting. So I think everyone with iOS have been dealing with iOS from Apple, right? Maybe you guys also know like the introduction of ATT actually IDFA-based targeting on iOS has significantly declined. So with Apple's continuous, restriction on fingerprinting, broader industry shift towards privacy, and the reliance of users' identifiers for the ad optimization, actually it's becoming more difficult for optimization. So as a result, mobile advertising, right, is actually shifting away from identity-based targeting towards like on-device signals, contextual data, and also like aggregated measurement, and also the first-party data. So like in short, the fundamental inputs for targeting are actually changing. And then like for the second one, I would like to share is about the fragmentation of genre competition. I think like a lot of the gamers or even like game developers, you guys might know like hyper casual or mid-core and hybrid casual genres are increasingly overlapping. So traditional genre boundaries, right, are actually blurring quite a lot. So elements like narrative, community, meta, progression are not embedded, and you can see them in casual games now, and expanding the competitive landscape. So while the downloads of the games and application, right, remains still, engagement time and in-app spending actually become more critical and important. So even within the same genre, users now behave differently. They have different motivation, session patterns, monetization behavior, and also preference. And then so genre actually stay relevant, but then not longer sufficient to fully explain one user behavior. And the last trend that I would like to share will be the re-evaluation of the rewarded traffic. So rewarded platform are actually no longer just like a supplementary install channel, but they are actually being identified as performance-driven media. So like it actually designed to help, increase retention, LTV, and also ROAS. So even users acquire through rewards channel, they can deliver meaningful outcomes like early retention, if the structure is properly set up. But reward platform, right, it contains like a mix of high value users with long term engagement and monetization potential. But alongside, we also have short term users driven by only incentive. Then, so without precise segmentation, right, the targeting become a bit ineffective. Yeah. Right. Then, these are also three trends that so these three trends that I have mentioned just now actually point towards one very clear direction, which is actually the UA environment are becoming more complex than ever, and manual optimization is reaching its limit. Yeah. So as a result, the industry is converging on a single response, which is greater adoption of AI. So beyond automated bidding, like so AI-driven optimization, meaning the capability of learning user behavior in real time and autonomously adjusting targeting decision, is actually emerging. Is emerging like these competitive factors, right? Is emerging in this 2026 UA. So I think one critical question that we would like to ask ourselves is about like how well does this underlying data capture real-time user behavior. So today most optimization relies on post-spec signals, right? So clicks, installs, or specific in-app events. We use that as the primary training data for algorithm. But the issue is actually that the postback fail to capture true data, such as how deeply a user engaged with a game before installing, or the context in which ads were consumed. So while attempts exist to reconstruct user journey through MMP, we know like a lot of us use MMP, but visibility remains quite limited actually, and due to fragmented data and increasing privacy restriction. So if data remains fragmented, even the most advanced I think, will not produce very stable results. And ultimately, the key battleground in 2026 will be how precisely platforms can capture the full behavioral content of these users. So, what if there is like a platform that can actually seamlessly capture this kind of user behavior real time from the start to the end, to the finish? So I would like to actually introduce you what we call the Playo Storm. So before that, right, we talk about the mechanism and what Playo actually is. So Playo is not just an ad inventory platform. It is a vast data ecosystem where every stage of the user life cycle, including browsing of games, including their gameplay, including their reward collection, churn, and returns, is all captured in real time as users navigate across thousands of games inside the Playo application. So rather than simply just collecting all these data that I have mentioned just now, Playo actually connects fragmented signals into a unified behavioral flow through our AI and machine learning engine, and this actually produce Playo Storm, STORM, that we call that. So yeah, so at the core of Storm lies the multi-dimensional vector analysis. It actually tracks the full sequence of user behavior over defined periods. For example, it can be 30 or it can be 90 days. And then it actually capture which game this user play, in what order, what sequence, and when this user actually purchase an in-app item or actually do some ads advertisement interaction. So these behavioral signals are qualified into high dimensional vectors. And then this can enable Storm to go beyond what users installed and instead understand why they engage in these activities and within a broader experimental context. And next one about the next thing about Storm is about the three-step full cycle targeting. So based on these three multi-dimensional scores, Storm matches users to campaign KPIs and campaign goals across three different zones that I'm recovering now. So number one will be installs. So a lot of like advertiser, they want volume, they want installs. So for Storm, right? Storm actually, instead of targeting by genre, Storm identifies users with similar behavior patterns. So even a user is playing a casual puzzle game. If the behavior resembles that of a highly engaged RPG user, Storms actually targets them accordingly, regardless of the genre boundaries. And then second one in the middle, as you can see, is actually monetization. So moving beyond traditional IAP only targeting, Storm simultaneously evaluates high value IAA users also. So with strong, so these users actually have strong ads engagement. So by doing this kind of hybrid scoring, both monetization types, it dynamically prioritizes user segments based on your campaign objective and KPIs. And the last um part that I would like to cover for Storm, like what benefit it has, is actually the churn. So Storm actually detects the shift in users engagement in real time, and intervene at intervene at early signs of churn. So for example, by adjusting exposure or enhancing rewards, it re-engage certain users before they leave or drop off certain cycle, and where your advertisers reach high probability users at optimal moment. So you might ask, okay, so we are using AI and machine learning, which a lot of people and companies are, or even channels are using. So what make Playo Storm different from all these other things? Number one, I will be sharing will be like the zero learning costs. So I think like traditionally UA campaigns, right? The first or second week, we actually have this learning phase. So but then we actually put in money, invest money, for exploration to know to fit the algorithm, to understand the user behavior. But with Storm, we have the data ready, and it already holds vectorized behavioral data across millions of users on Playo application, because we have our own Playo users, and Storm actually structure along install, monetization, and also the churn essays. So from the moment a campaign goes live, from the start it goes live, Storm makes informed decision, delivering optimal users immediately without any additional or wasting, the cost. And the second difference I want to share is actually Storm is very smart, very clever. So in 2026, users no longer stay within a single genre, right? So high engagement users carry their behavioral patterns across different games and different genres. So this is continuously observed within our Playo ecosystem. So for example, a user transitioning from RPG to a casual game is not treated as a casual user in Storm. Storm recognizes their high engagement patterns and monetization tendencies, targeting them as a hardcore users currently playing casual games. So this is only possible because Storm captured the real-time behavior shift across the entire ecosystem in Playo application. And the last point I want to share about the difference in Storm is about vectorized scoring that Storm is actually utilizing. So traditional targeting stack independent attributes such as we target age, we target gender, we also target genre interest. But Storm's vectorized scoring, powered by the AI and machine learning, and operate at a fundamentally different level. So what it is? So it integrates 90 days behavioral flow, icon and text embeddings, and monetization sequences into a unified scoring. So it's like a scoreboard across install, monetization, and also churn dimension. So rather than filtering condition, Storm actually interprets user behavior holistically within a connected data space. So after we got these scores from Storm, Storm actually continuously update in real. This scores actually continuously update in real time, and then ensuring that even subtle changes in this user behavior are immediately reflected in the targeting decision. So in summary for Storm, you can see so in summary for Storm, you can see like the mechanism and benefit. On the left will be volume optimization by Storm. As mentioned, Storm identify users with similar behavior patterns. So there's no genre boundaries, because who say that casual gamers cannot play RPG? Who say that they don't like RPG? They might overlap, Yeah, and then Storm actually, helps this to increase the volume optimization. And on the right side, you can actually see value optimization. So as shared just now, also, it's like instead of targeting just IAP users, traditionally, Storms actually evaluate high value IAA users also, and also do a hybrid scoring system, and also prioritize user segments, which actually improve the ROS performance quite a lot. Okay, and I also wanted to share some case study about the performance. So number one will be the volume driven campaign. So just now I have mentioned how Storm works, what's the mechanism behind, and then the targeted and expected outcome. So one of them will be volume, right? So Storm identify high potential users that were invisible to traditional install-based signals. So by matching this kind of users, right, based on their behavior context, daily install actually increased by over 200% on the campaigns that launch after Storm strategy is live also. And the second case study performance that I would like to share is the profitability. So it's the profitability actually has a very significant high impact from day one. So focusing exclusively on users with proven high value behavior sequences, Storm delivered immediate optimization without learning phase. So you save costs. And then Storm actually, update the targeting real time also. So it actually result in a very significant, more than 340% increase in the initial ROS. And lastly, we actually have this performance that shows IAA revenue optimization. So by targeting high value ad engaged users through hybrid IA scoring, the proportion of high value IA users actually increased by over 3 times. All right, so in conclusion, I would like to actually conclude with 3 points. So with Storm, right, and to answer the UA challenges, number one, we need to actually understand the users as vectors of preferences. So users are not just numbers anymore. Storm define each user as a multi-dimensional preference vector. So capturing gameplay sequences and even visual responses to game icons. So this actually form a highly detailed behavioral DNA, which actually help to address the current UA challenges on volume and performance also. And the second one will be like unlike traditional way of optimization, Storm function as a precision control system. So it dynamically align user vector data with campaign KPIs. So whether the campaign's KPI is about volume or it's about like ROI, profitability, Storm actually can easily get the user data and the correct targeted users that actually match with the KPIs of the advertising campaigns. And lastly, Storm actually handles performance like a marketer would. So AI adjustment happen instantly for Storm, and the moment a campaign objective is set, the Storm will actually recalibrate its algorithm in real time, and also manage the performance just as the marketer would. So like maybe now a lot of our campaign manager are doing all the manual optimization, changing of the settings, the funnels and the exposure and whatever. But with Storm, we can actually save the human resource for more important work, and this campaign optimization and users targeting can be left to Storm to do the work. Yeah. All right, and I think I have covered a lot about Storm. Hopefully it's understandable, but no worries if you have any question regarding Playo's Storm mechanism and the strategy, or even you have some question regarding, related to Playo, right? Feel free to contact us at sales@gna.company, or even you can just, add me on LinkedIn, just DM me. You can find my name, on the screen over here. And lastly, I would also like to share a bit more about, like, because for Playo, just now I mentioned we are actually a gaming reward platform. We reward the players by playing game, by competing in-app events, and then we also help a lot of global game studio with their UA and monetization strategy in the markets that people can download Playo. I also would like to share about another thing, which is actually how we design our marketing campaign. So the main model that we are actually using are actually CPI. So although we have Storm, but we also have very unique performance-driven strategy for the structure and the setting up of the advertising campaign for the games. So actually there are three parts for the CPI model, which is time quest, hidden quest, and community event. So with the CPI model, we have time quest. So time quest, right, we actually set up rewards if a player download the game and play 30 minutes. So it's not just download the game. We want the player to play 30 minutes and get the rewards. And this is not just for the first day. We can actually expose this banner of time quest for continuously daily. So second day, third day, fourth day, and longer, we can have this time quest presented to the players. So players can actually come back to play the games for 30 minutes and then to claim the rewards. This actually, allow the players to know more about the game, think that the game is more fun, and then increase the retention and also increase playtime and loss also. And then the second part of the CPI model will be hidden quest. We call it hidden quest, but you can actually simply understand it as your in-game events. So like level 5, level 10, level 20, purchase, or even like watch advertisement. We can use all these in-app events to set up these hidden quests. So when players complete a certain action, we give them the rewards. And after that, they can actually complete the next quest. So it's like a multi-reward, funnels. And then lastly, right, Playo is not just, asking the player to complete action and that's it. I give you the reward and goodbye. We also want to promote a community, like a social kind of like platform. So we actually have a community event. So for this community event, right, it actually, we can do any events that the advertiser wants, like competing levels, or even if you have like Christmas or Halloween event that you want to promote, we can do it on a community event. So in this community event part, players can actually complete the task, take a screenshot, upload, and we give them the rewards. And more than that, players can actually comment on the comment section of the community event, and they can actually interact among themselves, discussing about the game, reviewing about the game, and share the joy and enjoyment among themselves. So all together, these time quest, hidden quest, and community event actually works together very well to actually reach the campaigns, advertising campaigns goals and KPIs, and of course with the AI machine learning technology of Playo Storm, we can actually reach the campaign targets very easily and also effectively. I think that's all for my side. Thank you for your time, and
Thank you so much, Casper. And next, we will move on to our last keynote session. So a minute for the screen sharing.
Yes, so Rachi can do the share.
Okay, please welcome Rachi, Product Development Lead at UA Generous. He will share with us from media buyer to creative architect, why creative strategy is the new level for performance. So Rachi, please start with your session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My screen is visible to everyone, and I'm audible too. So, hi, everyone. My name is Rachit, and today I'm going to share some insight on role of UA personnel in gaming industry, the shift from media buying to creative architect. And later on, in the end, I'll talk about UAgenius.ai. I'll let you know what is it all about. So first of all, is about designing creatives for Meta's Andromeda. The major shift happening from audience matching to content understanding. As Angela gave a brief interview about content understanding here on Meta's Andromeda algorithm, the basic and essential core shift happening on Meta's Andromeda is place like best ad for an individual, reversing the traditional focus of finding a people for a pre-selected ad. For that, and if you understand the content is a creative. Creative means your video. So basically, here are few things like we have to understand. Now, Meta Andromeda system are analyzing your visual text in forms of your emotion patterns and hook signals. Emotion patterns, like I have to give it some example, like you have seen a videos or a hooks that is showing you a success or a failure cycle or some other different kind of emotions. So while preparing our creatives for Meta Andromeda campaign, we have to be very understandable for 3-4 points. The first one is about the diverse creatives. So here, what I mean by diverse creative, that you have to use 4 to 5 themes or inside the one ad set. Themes like suggesting you a gameplay, a senior or UGC or storytelling or some rewarded types. Second point is about the rapid testing cycles. So as you know that previously campaign, you have to put a creative per ad set and you have to check it for 6-7 days. But here you can launch only one ad set. Inside there is a 15 creatives and you can check it only for 3 to 4 days and you will get the result and then you can scale it from there. Third one is that you have to optimize it through your 2-3 seconds of hook signals. And the fourth, like right now on Meta's Andromeda, the minor tweaks and your static ads are no longer working. Minor tweaks in terms of you are changing just a font of a color or just a simple color change in anyone. That's totally not working because it considered as a similar creative to the previous one. So about the second, I'm going to talk about the Andromeda current algorithm and the old algorithm in terms of some features. The first of all goal is very generic, that previously it's on install volume and now it's totally concluded into your lifetime LTV and retentions. The main thing is about the lever that comes under the audience selection for old algorithm, where you put your interest or your lookalike audience or gender or ages. But now it totally consider it to the creative diversity and the quality of your creative. Third, about your creative strategies, like previously you have seen, you will see the slow start of an ad, a single ad, or a kind of trailer or thematic ads kind of thing. But right now, if you'll check the latest algorithm, you have to prepare your creatives in your fast hook, UGC style, problem story solution, and multiple or diverse creative phenomena. Fourth, if I'll talk about while you're preparing a campaign structure, right now on Andromeda is very consolidated, like in a fewer ad set and more broad targeting in terms of more creatives. But previously, it's like many ads for different niches, as I told you in about the audience section, that you have to look out for age, gender, your interest, selection, and other things. About the development, before is obviously a large team, you have to look out for features, but right now you have to check your creatives in 3 to 4 days and so many AI tools available. There is one available inside the Meta only that is called Advantage Plus Creative Enhancement. I'll talk about it later. And the fifth is about the algorithm. Is right now on Andromeda is predictive, like finding the audience via your creative only. But previously is totally a reactive one. Like you have to match your ads to your audiences. I'll talk about more on a few items later on. About the third point is a very important one. And interesting also is about your building a hook signal library. So everybody knows what is hook. Hook is like a compelling visuals for your 2 to 3 seconds of your video that anybody can see and look out for the full video. Here, me and my team like working on our previous games and building up the product UAgenius.ai. We have do the research and find out there are some concepts in the hook that is we already put it 10 here, and most of the hooks comes under these concepts only. So I'll show you some video, very 2 3 second videos and some screenshots to understand more about these conceptual hooks. So first of all, as a woman 50 plus, that you understand that is like calming, relaxing, or sleep improving for older women. If I'll show you an example
98%
here.
50 plus women play this game every evening to improve sleep quality.
So here is talking about improving the
More than
sleep quality.
91% of women aged 50 plus play this game every night to relax and sharpen their brains.
So these are kind of hooks we are using in a game that is like for older age women targeting. So this is one concept, women 50 plus. Second is about the seniors. Seniors, there is no gender, it's age 40 plus, and you have to you have seen so many ads like designed for seniors, eyes in the eyes, or providing some type of messagings. Like neuroscientists are saying to play this game if you are over 40. So this is the second category, and so many hooks comes under these senior games, and mostly the casual card games using these kind of themes. Third is relaxing one, and this is self-explanatory that play this game 10 minutes to day if you feel stressed, or a simple 3 seconds hook to do the eye-catching of relaxing games. Fourth is about brain and challenge that frame as a difficult competitive or IQ testing game. The screenshot is showing this. Screenshot is from the hook videos, all the screenshots only. The hardest word game to train your brain.
If you have
So here, if
problems
you
with
check this
memory
video-
loss, sleep, or similar issues and want a game to train your brain,
So these kind of his hooks are working on brain and challenge kind of game. Fifth one is no Wi-Fi, no ads. That's showing some kind of product benefits or showing some kind of you can say challenging one, relaxing one. So these are one category used mostly on card games, on kind of casual or relaxing games. The other AI hooks is a self-explanatory that is visually generated from AI that create curiosity on the first 3 seconds that people will watch the video fully. Sixth is a cozy world. Again, is looking for some relaxing games, have a visual that is very cozy or very peaceful. Eighth and ninth is about ASMR. ASMR about the real videos that is on viral throughout the world, or it's an AI generated video that cutting off a fruit or cutting off a glass or anything else. The last one is about the animals. That is again the viral videos about the animals or real animals or AI generated animals. That is mostly nowadays also RPG is also using these kind of videos for their campaigns. So the last part is about the hook signal. That is the most important part of Meta's Andromeda algorithm, and that hook is the main thing that you have to consider researching it thoroughly. That's my like experience. And also I'll share a case study about one of the game that we have successfully scaled. It's a solitaire game, a card game. The solitaire game, a recoup window or a money back window is around 6 to 8 months. And here we have seen after the Meta changed the algorithm from old one to Andromeda, our performance dropped because we are working on some limited creatives that is already scaled. And if you know about the casual game, the creative fatigue comes very easily or very prominently in a fashion. So what we have done, we have researched our competitors, what we have doing wrong or what we have to change it accordingly. We have prepared a new strategy. We have created a diversify creatives that is totally focused on themes, and also we have put up that all creatives in one ad set only. And I'm not talking about scaling. The third point is about the scale. And when we are going for iterations, that we have to prepare a major iteration. I'll talk about the iteration of a video later on a one slide, and I'll tell you like what features you have to focus upon. So here what we have done, we have prepared one ad set. First one is about gameplay focus. We have prepared 3 to 4 creatives. Second is senior theme. We have prepared 3 to 4 creatives, rewarded bait, UGC, and storytelling in only one ad set. I'll provide you some examples here. So the gameplay hooks, we have prepared a creatives like 99% players fail this level and can you beat level 12? And if I'll go back to your hook signal, you will find this kind of hooks on brain plus challenge category concept. Second, senior theme. If you go to my slide, you will find out the hook signal second about senior, no Wi-Fi ads, and this kind of ads neurologists back to play this game to around people 50. So these two themes, we prepared 6 or 8 creatives. For one ad set, rewarded is already self-explanatory that the offers going on. And the fourth one is UGC and story. UGC, like older women explaining how solitaire helped to increase their memory or sleep. And then the story, like we are creating a problem first and providing a solution within a span of 30 seconds or something, or 15 seconds or something. So these are 4 kind of themes we have inserted in one ad group only and checked which one is working better. The impact in few days, we'll find out the thumb stop rate. As Angela mentioned, the thumb stop rate. Thumb stop rate is increased by 30%. D7 ROAS is increased by 5%. That's a significantly good increase. And the IPM is come back from average to good, and same with the CTR here. So the key takeaways we have seen in this case study, or we have find out that we have to prepare a diverse creative. We have to look about the hook patterns, and we have to check the emotions also, which one is working and which one is not. For that, you have to do the checking properly. And I'm talking about the winning loop here, the hook signal. And then you have to validate the early signal matrix that I'll talk about after this slide. And then you have to iterate. When you iterate, you have to do the major iteration. And when you go for scaling, then you have to refresh the whole cycle again to get it a successful solution for that. So later on, we have to check the early signal key matrix that is within a 2 to 3 days, or sometimes it's a 4 days, a 96-hour window. So first of all is a thumb stop rate or hook CTR. That is a major thing for your video inside the Meta. The formula is very simple. The 3-second video play divided by total impressions into 100. And the benchmarks is above 35 is very strong. About 25 is good, and below 25 is weak. I'll tell you like how to show this metric inside your Meta dashboard only. There is a column called custom metrics. You can go there, you can put up the formula, 3-second video play divided by impressions. And then later on, you will find out the thing on report. You will see it here. You will get the data like 0.03. It means 30%. So it comes under a good thumb stop number. The other benchmarks, the early segment benchmarks, CTR, CVR, and average watch time, that totally depends upon game to game or genre to genre. On when you're going for scaling and performing your campaign, you have to go upon your CPA, CPI, ROAS, and retentions. So these are the early signal metrics for Meta's Andromeda algorithm, and the main thing is about the thumb stop rate. You can check it on your dashboard only. The thing like when you get your creative and then you have to make it iteration. So I'm talking about a winning concept. It's about the video. So here you do not duplicate that creative. Duplicate in terms of just make a color change or something. You have to check the first point, the hook framing. If you're working on challenge, then check the failure. failure and success. You have to check different patterns on hook on the same video. And also in the video, you can change the text phrasing, change the text format and other things. Same with the color contrast. You have to change a background color. You maybe change the object color. You can change different color patterns. Fourth is about the audios. Like you have to check the competitor audios, which one they are working. You have to take an inspiration. Don't just copy that and put it on a new video. About the end cards is a CTA. If you're working on play now, work on download now or install now on different hooks. And the sixth point is about the dimensions. There are so many other dimensions also. Which one is working for reels, working for stories, working for other placements. So you can find out the advantage plus creative enhancement inside the meta only, where you can text overlay, you can change the background, you can look out for so many other enhancements that will be really working on meta. So about my whole presentation, I just want to tell you it's only about research. So how to do the research by using AppGrowing. So we are building up a product, and we are also working with AppGrowing to look out all the research part. Here you have to check the pattern. I'm talking about the repeated hooks, similar kind of hooks across top spenders, top genres, or big gaming studios. And you have to check also emotional triggers. Emotional triggers in terms of which type of emotions is working. Emotion patterns are fail, success, kind of thing. So if there are repetition across advertisers in terms of hooks, it means it's an algorithm friendly signal to work upon for your campaign. Second, when you find out doing a research on your AppGrowing, the other than AI thing, you have to check 3-4 parameters that is really important. Or the first is active days, second is impression, third is number of related ads or a kind of similar ads. I'll show you here. So this is a screenshot from AppGrowing. You can check it out here. The active days impressions is around 10 million. The similar one means kind of created a number of iterated ads of the similar ones. And also you can get the filter out here by impression and by active date. That's a really best part to get the scalable creatives. Here you will see that long running ad plus high impression creative and plus number of related ad is really a good ad to look upon, to do research, to take inspiration and prepare a new creative for your game. So last about me. So I'm working as a product development lead on UAGenius.ai. So we are building up a product where you can create your creative within a 5 second, not 5 second, I can say 5 minutes. And it's a creative that is totally fully copyrighted, fully inspired, and you can use it and you can bulk upload it on Meta, Google, or AppLovin. So if you need more details, please contact us or visit UAGenius.ai. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Raji, for another great presentation. And now let's move on the QA session. If you haven't dropped your question yet, please feel free to type them in the chat box. We will take a few minutes to answer them. Okay, I see a good question here. It's about Meta's algorithm is moving from audience targeting to content understanding. What's the biggest change marketers need to make in their UA strategy today? It's a good question. Let's start with this one. So, what about Angela's thinking for this question?
I see there are 2 questions. Yeah, and I think I see there are two questions. So one is asking about the biggest change between like marketers need to make in their UI strategy. And there's another one is about like what makes a creative truly high performing and scalable today. I think it's basically the same question. Yeah. So we are going to take turns. I'm going to share something from my perspective. Yeah, and then I think like Casper and AppBroda's product manager like Rashi. Yeah, Rashi must have like deeper insights than me. Yeah. Okay, so what makes a creative truly high performing and scalable today? So I think it cannot be summarized in just one sentence. I'm giving you like three elements that okay, you use this hook or you just like apply this one in your video and then your video is going to go viral. So it's more complicated than that. But I do know the process. Like if we would like to keep making a high performing creative, there are like several rules or like keys that we can leverage or like apply in our routine work. So number one is that have creative brainstorm every week. I think that's very important. You know, when I started like analyzing and working on the creative production and analysis, yeah, since like 5 years ago, I spent 4 to 5 hours watching videos and creatives, like just watching ads, watching all kinds of ads. Yeah. If you don't watch enough ads and also like watch through the end of the video, yeah, you don't have that like very sharp, yeah, reading of the video and get to the highlights of that video. So I think the whole process, yeah, covers like several scenarios. So one scenario is like have creative brainstorm meeting every week. And in that meeting, please, yeah, share the breaking down analysis of the top converting ones. Yeah, because we are trying to produce some so-called good creatives, like getting a lot of traffic and also can be scalable, right? So we should focus on analyzing the top converting ones of the markets and also the top converting ones of our own creatives. So not just like analyzing somebody's creative is also is important, but analyzing your own creative, your own top creative is also very important because your creatives are also like targeting the right users of your games. So analyzing both the top converting ones and then do the breaking. If you do the breaking, you will know exactly the difference between different creatives. If we just like relied on our feelings and our own like abstract reading and understanding of the video, you may miss something. It's easy for you to miss something. So do the breaking. Yeah. And then the last one, how to say this? Do the testing. Yeah. Do the testing. Because for example, like if you really want to know the key of a high-performing creative. In my sharing, I mentioned about emotional triggers a lot, like because we believe, contents are the users, and right now because every user's eyeball attention is like competing, with a lot of ads. So it's really difficult for a single user to be fully focused on watching your video and trying to understand what you are selling and what your product is. So if you can like increase the emotional triggers, of this user, or if you can arouse some kind of like, for example, like nostril, right? Or like some of the hidden feelings. It's hidden, but it's changing. For example, like just now, Rachi, shared the case with the like woman over 50s. So they are also like, like female, over 20s, over 18, over 25. So every age, and also every era has their own changing emotional needs. So if you can, grasp those emotional needs and then apply in your video, I think it's going to be, like really efficient at getting the user's interaction, and leading the user to like do the engagement with your products and like download your apps, or even like have like deeper user behavior, something. And I think Rachi has a lot to add into that question. So Rachi.
Thanks, Angela. Thanks. So I just give you an example here, like about the first question. If we are preparing a creative for puzzle game previously, so what we have to do, we have to go to the Meta and put up a target puzzle lovers interest, then we have to put up a age 25 to 44, then we have to put up a gender female, and then we put up the targeting. That's a main thing. But if we'll come to the new one, so here we have to show multiple puzzle experiences in terms of emotions that you talked about: relaxing, competitive, story driven. So we have to find out kind of different emotional triggers in the videos, different in one ad set, different gameplay movements, different kind of hook signal. So the matching is totally different from previous. So, and it's totally upon Meta is looking after their own audience. We are not selecting it according to us. Like we have to put up a numbers. Like we have to be very considerate while preparing our creative. So I can say again, same creative is a new targeting signal, and also second is volume. Like how diversify is your creative portfolio about in the first question about yes.
Yeah, I think Angela and Rachit have said all, and I think both of you are very, the top master of creative. I think from my side, I think I do not have that much, as to share like compared to both of you, but I can just add on a bit of my opinion. Like I think like based on like Meta's, like the question one, right, about the algorithm of Metas and about content understanding. I think maybe now like distributing the budget, maybe like last time maybe we have to do a lot of different interest group, different targeting, gender, female and whatever, and we need to split the budget. But maybe now with this, Meta algorithm, with this targeting, I think content understanding, I think we can actually be more focused on, just a few campaigns compared to last time many campaigns, and then let Meta AI do the job of finding the right right audience based on your content. And then I also feel that I think like what Rachit have shown in his presentation, like I think the content should be customized and created based on what you want to achieve. Like if it's a casual game, maybe you want to show something relaxed, like just now you show like if it's like a brain, need to use your puzzle solving or kind of thing, then you need to have the correct kind of like content, and also the hook in the very first few seconds only. That's my opinion for this part.
Yes. Thank you for all the insightful answer. And I have seen another great question is about what makes a creative truly high performing. And okay. And thank you for all the answers. As we came to the end of today's webinar, we hope you are finding it inspiring and informative. Don't forget to follow AppGrowing, Pray.io, and AppBroad on Facebook and LinkedIn, where we will continue to share more data-driven insights and creative trends from the global mobile advertising market. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and see you next time.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you,
Bye.
Rachi. Thank you, Casper.
Thank you, Angela. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
really look forward to the next sharing. Okay, so from now on, actually, every month we are going to organize a sharing. So it can be like just a sharing like this, or like can be like a panel. Yeah, we filter out some of the topics, and then we can do like an online discussion and sharing. Yeah. So what we are doing here, yeah, is trying to deliver the latest insights and also, like experience, from all kinds of like partners and their own successful experiences. Yeah, and hope we can, grow together and make progress along the way, especially along the AI booming journey. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Angela. Thank you,
everybody.
Casper.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.